All right, everybody, welcome back to The Infinite today. Super glad to have you here on the channel. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below because that's going to help me out a ton as a new YouTuber. So thank you so much in advance. And please like this video and comment down below with some of your questions. I reply to every single comment, so feel free to stack up those comment sections. All right, today I have tons of news for you about Apple news, rumors, and also about new things that are coming to iOS 14 and the upcoming operating systems. So let's jump right into this, shall we? And before we do, remember that this video is proudly sponsored by Mighty Note, which is my first app on the App Store. I created Mighty Note as a way to bring everything together. So the great thing about Mighty Note is that you can store all of your resources for an idea in the same place. So you can store YouTube videos, notes, pictures, everything together, kind of like a scrapbook, and keep it all together to organize your ideas. That's where I keep all of the information for my channel here. So please check out Mighty Note on the App Store. Leave a 5-star review. If you have any questions, shoot them my way. Super happy to answer either on Twitter or on email. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And let's jump right into the Apple news, shall we? All right, first of all, have you noticed before when you go to apple.com, you're actually able to log in using Touch ID to apple.com? Well, in iOS 14, that feature is now coming to a bunch of websites. So using Face ID on your phone or iPad, or using Touch ID on your Mac or old phone, or iPhone SE. So that's coming soon in macOS Big Sur, iOS 14, iPadOS 14, you know, the likes, all of the latest and greatest software. Okay, in more news, I've had watchOS 7 beta on my Apple Watch for about a week now. So basically since it came out at WWDC, it is awesome. It is so much faster. If you want to see a video about it, let me know down below. There are all new animations, all kinds of new features on the Apple Watch that seriously, I feel like my Apple Watch Series 5 is twice as fast as it was before. So if you want to learn more about that, drop it down below. But I thought I'd let you know because you can really look forward to it. All right, next up on Apple Arcade, a bunch of games just got updated this week, so that's great. But they also added a new game, which is called Beyond a Steel Sky. Now, this game is a sequel to a previous game, which was called Beneath the Steel Sky. And the concept is really cool. I mean, it shows in this trailer here. Plus, in other news, Apple has started sending out invitations to people that have subscribed to Apple Arcade before. They say, hey, get another free month on us. I'm not really sure what the requirements are to get this email because it seems like not everybody has gotten it. So there's kind of a discrepancy there. I got one, and when I saw Beyond a Steel Sky on Apple Arcade and I saw this trailer, I was like, man, maybe I'll try it out again. So let me know down below if you want to see a review for Beyond a Steel Sky. All right, next up is news about Apple's stock. So one analyst says that Apple's stock could jump 18% to a $2 trillion market cap by the beginning of next year. Apple's stock really has been taking off though. I mean, before the pandemic, their stock high was at 320, which was its all-time high. And now, I mean, it's all the way up to 350. It was up to 360 kind of before WWDC. Some of the reason why they say that it's being pushed down is because of the lawsuit into the App Store right now, which is talking about anti-competitive behaviors in the App Store. If you want to learn more about that, I'll link some things down below so you can check that out. But I mean, analysts are saying that Apple could push a $2 trillion market stock, which would bring the stock price to around $400. But I mean, there you go, take it for what it's worth. I think that Apple is doing some really great things. We expected them to announce a lot of new hardware at WWDC, and they didn't, which means that a lot of new hardware is coming later this year. Like we said before, Tim Cook himself even dropped the leak on new iMacs coming soon. So new hardware is definitely on the way. This could push Apple's stock price even higher. I think that Apple's in a terrific place, and I'm really excited for what's coming next. All right, next up is this patent that Apple has filed that actually allows a retractable keyboard on the MacBook. And of course, totally Apple-like, this is in order to keep the MacBook a very thin product. So I'm not entirely sure what this would look like, but I mean, some of the things are talking about, you know, the keyboard kind of like spreading out, spreading its wings once you open up the laptop. I mean, if you think about it, laptops are already made in such a way that there is empty space. You know, there's a layer of emptiness right underneath the keyboard because obviously you have to press in the keys. I mean, when you're not pressing the keys, there is just space there that's making your laptop thicker, and it's not even doing anything until you need it. So if Apple could figure out a way to use that space more effectively until you actually need the keys, that could be something that a retractable keyboard brings. An interesting note is that the patent application actually has over 12,000 words, and the phrase scissor mechanisms is used 4 times, whereas butterfly is mentioned 15 times. So if you're a fan of the butterfly keyboards like I am, then, you know, good things might be around the corner. Anyways, that's kind of interesting. It's always fun to see what Apple's filing patents for. They do this all the time. So that's just another reason to subscribe to the channel, you know, so you can stay up to news on what the latest Apple patents are. Okay, and then finally, also typical Apple, in a stance against people that like to take advantage of your privacy, a new feature in iOS 14 actually shows you where everything is pasted from. So whenever you paste, a little notification comes down from the top. So apps like TikTok actually use your clipboard. They read what's on your clipboard. They're pasting without you knowing it. To kind of learn more about you, that's one way that they can do targeted ads. But with those coming down, I mean, obviously now anybody that uses TikTok, they're gonna see that coming down all the time in iOS 14 saying TikTok pasted, you know? Lots of people are mad at Apple about this, but here's my stance on it as an advertising major. Nothing about this should be worrying to advertising agencies. I mean, obviously if they were trying to take advantage of users, then yeah, like you are officially found out, like you can't do this anymore. But I mean, any advertiser that's doing things ethically with the user's knowledge and permission, that's the way that it should be done. And you can keep on advertising to people, you can keep on doing targeted ads even. I think most people actually prefer targeted ads. You know, I want to see ads for things that I'm interested in. I don't want to just see a bunch of random ads. So to a certain extent, I'm okay with targeted advertising. And Apple can do it in ways that are anonymous, which is great. But any advertising agency or company or anybody that has anything to do with advertising that was trying to take advantage of users' privacy to further their own purposes, yeah, I mean, you've just been uncovered and you need to stop doing that. So thank you to Apple, honestly, for taking a high stance on privacy, especially with this new clipboard feature. I mean, this is something that a lot of people didn't even know was going on, but I mean, anything you had on your clipboard up till this point, apps could just read that without you knowing it, and it could be exploited. So now you know whenever something's been pasted to your clipboard from iOS 14, so TikTok has actually come out and said, okay, we're gonna stop doing that now. Better late than never, so that's good. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. That's all of the news and rumors I've got for you. So again, leave your comments, leave your likes, leave your subscriptions down below. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so that's gonna help me out a ton. And go download Mighty Note, go check it out. Tell me what other features you'd like in it to make it more useful for you. And as always, thank you so much for watching, you guys. We'll see you next time with all of the latest on Apple news, rumors, and patents. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace out. For those of you Christopher Nolan fans like I am, Tenet, his next movie, has actually been pushed back again for the second time. Now it's actually in August that Tenet is going to be coming out. They really want to do it in theaters, not to a streaming service. That's why they're pushing it back. It's still kind of a bummer because I am really excited for Tenet. So like the video if you feel the same way.